Hello, my name is Rusty Beck, and this is Identity, the vlog that explores all the different aspects of what makes us who we are. This is my 6th installment of What's in a Name, the story of a murdered 15-year-old girl whom the justice system refers to as Jane Doe number 38, but who called herself Alice Herrara. She died a year ago, and since the suspect in her murder is expected to be convicted, there's little reason for the state to maintain her body. So unless we learn her name, Jane Doe number 38 will be cremated, along with a lot of other unnamed and or unclaimed cadavers at the end of this August. Today, I'm filing my report from the offices of the Major Crimes Division of the LAPD, which the detectives who work here refer to as the murder room. And this is the murder board, on which they keep the most pertinent details of each investigation as they unfold. Every time they get a big break in their case, they post them right up there. So last week, I found a message on Alice's prepaid cell. Someone who sounded like an adult male apologized to Alice for attempting to drop in on her at a shelter she was staying at in Vegas, and ended by saying she needed to trust him. Now, I stopped believing in guys who said, "Trust me," when I was 15 years old. Living on the streets will do that to you. And I'm sure Alice felt the same way, because as soon as she found out that this guy was looking for her, she left Vegas and went to Los Angeles. It had been nearly a year, and it felt like kind of a long shot. But after the proper authorities made copies of Alice's voicemail, I deleted some of her older messages and replaced the greeting in hopes that this guy would call back. And this time, leave his name. It happened a lot sooner than I thought it would. Gustavo called me back and not only asked about Alice, but also asked about her little sister Paloma. He said, "I need to know where everybody is." Now that little simple sentence says a lot. First off, it says that Gustavo is one of the 320 million Americans not following this vlog. But also, it shows that he knows that Alice and Paloma are sisters. And also, that he doesn't know that Alice is dead. Now, as I'm sure you can imagine, I searched everything I possibly could online about Gustavo Wallace. But maybe Gustavo is his nickname. Maybe he and Alice and Paloma all have different fathers. Maybe he's a really bad guy, and his search for Alice and her younger sister is all part of an ongoing pattern of criminal conduct of undetermined nature. I don't know. But what I do know is that Gustavo wants to talk to me. And he knows Alice. Gustavo is exactly the big break we needed to move forward. He can fill in many, if not all, of the blanks in our story. The problem is, I know even less about Gustavo Wallace than I do about Alice Herrara. And before I call Gustavo, it is very important that I find out more about him. So, I will return next week with background on our newest source and a plan to safely meet him face to face. Until then, I'm Rusty Beck, and this is Identity.